You can actually control the distance that your army retreats after you raise a settlement. You can do this by quickly selecting the army and hitting backspace after the battle. So if you start a new Skarbrand campaign, you'll attack this starting army. When you defeat them, it'll grant you some extra movement, but it won't quite be enough movement to hit this next settlement. Then you can use Eternal War to spawn a small army that you can defeat, which will again grant you extra movement. Now you can reach the settlement. When you defeat the garrison, you're going to be granted extra movement as Skarbrand for raising a settlement. However, if you want to go towards Gorgazan, the next settlement to the west, you're actually going to retreat away from Gorgazan, quite a fair distance. So all of that extra movement that you're granted is going to be wasted just getting back to Agrol Midgard. In order to mitigate that, just before you attack Agrol Midgard, you want to press R. R controls the movement speed on the campaign map. So if you're currently in fast movement mode, R will put you into slow movement mode. If you're already in slow movement mode, it'll speed you up. So you want to be in the slow movement mode. This will give you more time to hit backspace after the battle. You fight the battle against Agrol Midgard. After the battle, you'll choose the option to raise the settlement and summon a blood host. Skarbrand will try to retreat to the east. Even though you were controlling Skarbrand's army, it'll be unselected after the battle. So you have to hover over Skarbrand and quickly select him and hit backspace to cancel his movement. In this way, you should be able to stop him really close to the settlement with all of his extra movement still intact. Then you can use that extra movement to move towards your next objective. You don't have much time before Skarbrand moves, so make sure that you're in slow movement mode. Have your finger on the backspace key, click the raise option, and then click on Skarbrand and hit backspace as fast as you can. Sometimes, instead of reducing the amount that Skarbrand retreats after raising a settlement, you'll actually want to use that movement to get you closer to your next objective. After you raise a settlement, you'll retreat backwards in the direction that you attacked from, often putting you further away from your next objective. Ideally, you want to attack a settlement from the direction in which you want to retreat afterwards. But the settlement's zone of control, this large red circle, will prevent Skarbrand from easily moving around to the side you want to get to. If you've got a secondary army, you can use the secondary army to temporarily siege the settlement. That'll remove its zone of control. Then you can move Skarbrand to the exact angle that you want him to retreat, break the siege with your secondary army, and then initiate the siege again with Skarbrand. After he raises, he'll retreat in the exact direction you want. After he's moved that full distance, you'll still have all of your remaining movement allowance to move towards your next target. Skarbrand isn't the only faction that has strong raising bonuses. Every time Eltharion raises, he gets plus 10% casualty replenishment rate, which works in enemy territory, and his global recruitment duration is reduced by 2 turns. So he can globally recruit his units in a single turn, even deep into enemy territory. You can also backspace after sacking a settlement. I'll link another video here if you're interested in another backspace trick.